Welcome back to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, I hear that you are working your, do you call it a sailor's license, a sailor's certificate? I mean, is this like the Boy Scouts or what's going on here? What's happening?
Definitely Boy Scout. A lot of knots,
Oh, a
a
lot
little
of
bit of
nuts.
paperwork, but a lot of no. It's yeah, some certs, man. Yeah, we're get out there to Annapolis at the music festival, listen to some people play there across from the marina and everything, and then spend a couple of days on the water. Yeah, good times, man. Yeah.
Couple of days on the water. Wow.
hmm
Yeah, we're gonna need to yeah, if you're putting in a request to purchase a boat. Do you call it a boat? Is
hmm
it a boat or a ship?
It is a boat. It's a
A
boat.
boat, a boat. If you're putting in a request to buy a boat, we're gonna need their, yeah, we're gonna take a look at that. I don't know if that's gonna get approved or not. I wouldn't rent the slip yet. I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm trying to be my best Cam Smith here. Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, speaking of Cam Smith, boy, Chase Dusty down at
hmm
we're outside of Chicago this week at the LIV event.
hmm
By the way, I know I did see you could get a free mullet cut at a LIV event. So that's always a positive, I guess, if you're looking
Free
to
mullet
if you're looking to get into the mullet. Yeah. I saw he was giving he gave the shark cut hit, and I'm like, like Greg's gonna have to grow it out. I mean, it's a little thin to be rocking the mullet. So I think at that
Oh
point you
my.
just call it the horseshoe.
Wow.
I don't. I'm
Wow.
just saying. I'm just saying. So yeah. So congrats. I guess congrats. He's $4 million richer. Maybe. I don't know. They said they're going to take the money away. Give it. Whatever they're going to do. Anyway, it's he's got 4 million next to his name. That's all I know. He's got the picture and the trophy and everything to stand for it. So.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I did think DJ was going to win that, and
Mm,
I found myself watching the LIV event a little more than I was watching the PGA Tour event this week.
wow.
I have to say the field in Napa was a little thin. Anytime you got Danny Willett, who I don't think he's won a PGA event since the 2015 Masters, and
No.
you had Danny into contention, so. Yeah, so I guess we call him Danny Three Jack now, hey?
Oh, that was brutal, man. I was watching it on Sunday and just yeah, I mean, that just makes you cringe, right? I mean, I could now, but you and I talked about this before the show. Did you think that something was up with the ball?
The remote control ball that Rory threw in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I think it just goes to show why, and I think Danny's played pretty good in some European tournaments. I think he's won
Yes.
on the Euro side, but yeah, I thought it was his. I thought he had it in the bag, man. I mean, the weather was shitty on Sunday. I mean, a lot of rain. And they were playing ball in hand, right? So I mean, they did get a little relief there, but yeah, I thought it was going to be Danny's. I thought Max lost the tournament, Danny won it, and the
hmm
exact opposite happened. Danny lost the tournament. Danny Three Jack. What did he three putts from what, no more than 5 feet out on each one of them? So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the first one he hit went further away from the hole. So,
exactly.
yeah.
So, speaking of that, reminded me of Danny. I said that's what Danny would have done.
Exactly. Now it's back to PGA Tour 101. I mean, this is WWE all over again. I mean, Max Homa, back-to-back champion. I think he's sponsored by Fortinet, right? I mean, can you ride it anymore?
Well, it could have if it was a remote control ball. I mean, didn't Fortinet like an online security based platform?
Yes.
So maybe they hacked into something. I don't know, but yeah, I was I don't know. I didn't feel bad for him, but second place is better than no place at all. I think Danny Willett's ranked second in FedEx Cup points right now. Highest he's been since 2016.
Ah.
So it's there's something positive coming out of that, I suppose. But yeah, Max Homa. I mean, do you bet against him and in wine country? And did he play the wrong card? I mean, he's got who's sponsoring him? Is it Knob Creek? No,
No, it's Elijah Craig.
Elijah Craig. Yeah. So did he play the wrong card with going with Elijah Craig, and
No.
should he have gone and Kerr Sellers,
Curse.
Han? I mean, Mandavi. I mean, you could go, and those guys are definitely sponsoring some. What's Greg Norman Vineyards?
Greg Norman.
I mean, there's like a lot of different ways that he could have gone with this thing. And yeah, I don't know what his course record looks like in the Bluegrass State, or his win record looks like in the Bluegrass State, but it definitely looks good in Napa. So maybe he's rethinking that Elijah Craig sponsorship, and he's like, I should have gone with the Vino. And he could be a stakeholder in a winery right now.
Could be. Yep. Could be for Silverado. He could be part of the Disney family.
I mean, they've got their winery right there.
Right there. Yeah.
I think it'd be great.
But no, great for Max, right? And then what kind of momentum is that? I mean, it's great momentum going into Quail, where he's already won there. So
he absolutely has. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's great momentum for him. I mean, I think it's I mean, if you're sitting on the US team, I mean, you got to be thinking, man, good call, and glad you made it. I did see a comment that he made, though, which I was a little I don't know. I don't know if you may or may not have saw this. Either way. So he said there's been a lot of noise around if all the US players if they hadn't defected to the LIV Tour, I wouldn't be on the President's Cup. I being Max Homa. That statement is not that far from the truth. Regardless of back-to-back wins, back-to-back meaning back-to-back at Fortinet. But that statement is not that far from the truth, Dan. Max,
I'll go one step further. If it wasn't for the LIV Tour, you might not have won the Fortinet 2 years in a row.
that is a true story. That is also a true story. So yeah, I think there's compounding interest there. I mean, to me, that sounded kind of like a Taylor Gooch comment. I mean, that's something that sounded like something Taylor Gooch has said on the LIV Tour in comparing some things. I mean, because if he's arguing that he's better than, I mean, we can start naming names, but we're not going to. I'm not going to. You may want to, but you can start rattling off a few US names, and it's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a true statement. So I don't know. I'm sure he was flying high and feeling mean, after the win, and rightfully so. And he's there, right? He's stuck it out, but and it's not an asterisk, right? Or an asterisk. It's I mean, it's legitimate, but I think that I don't know. I think well, we'll see this week, right? I mean, is he going to put his money where his mouth is? I mean, it's first time he's showing up to the President's Cup, so.
Well, I mean, I know what he's saying about the President's Cup and the LIV Tour. The reality is, and I'll go one step further with regards to the field at the Fortinet. I mean, congrats to Max. Great accomplishment. He's off and he's leading the FedEx Cup and he wins it, everything else. Last week was a really interesting week because you had the Fortinet, you had LIV Chicago, and you had the DP World Tour. And at the DP World Tour, you had Robert McIntyre taking home the medal, but you had Fitzpatrick, McIlroy, Hatton, all these guys playing over there. So you had even more away from the Fortinet for that. I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
Tours going on.
Yeah, I saw a tweet. I think it was Dan Rappaport that tweeted this out. And he's like, I mean, it's paraphrasing. He said, but we need to get this shit together because all this, I mean, this is seriously diluting the talent of professional. Well, I shouldn't say it's diluting the talent. I mean, it's he said they're cannibalizing each other, and which is a true statement. So now it's going to be, it's the Coke and Pepsi world, right? I mean, who's willing to lose the most money to gain the most market share to have more seats at the table? And I don't know who that's going to be yet. I think it's definitely not going to be the DP World Tour, but at some point, I mean, and think about this, all the noise that all these people are making. It's like, we want to grow the game of golf. We want the best players in the world to be here competing, no matter what league you're talking about. That's their catchphrase, right? I mean, we want the best of the best here competing, right? We want the standout talent. I think who wins in all this, and I don't know how this happens. I think Augusta is always going to be a standout, but I think the four majors, I mean, how did they get together and kind of form their own quorum and say, I mean, maybe it already exists. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but I think that's the, the majors are really the only cohesiveness here where you're going to get Rory, where you're going to get who's the highest ranked player at Fortinet? I don't know. Was it Max Homa? Could have been Dustin, Matthew Fitzpatrick. I think Homa was up in the 10+ range. So he was definitely up there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do to keep people
go on the record, buddy, that Cal definitely didn't listen to the show last week.
Ooh, now, undisclosed location. I may have been, and it was Nagurni week, so I was compromised. It's compromised.
Good. All good. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't find myself watching any of the DP tour. That's for sure. And yeah, I don't know. I thought. So here's a question. Did you? I know you were sailing. I don't know what the reception's like out there. Did you see any of the LIV tour?
A little bit. I saw Phil. I think I saw Phil hit one from a cart path.
Okay, so then you saw him in shorts then.
Yes. Oh yeah.
All right. So my question is, leave a comment. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening on iTunes, leave a 5-star review. But I want to know, how long is it going to take? Two things. How long is it going to take? Then my question to Dan, how long is it going to take the PGA Tour to allow shorts during tournament play? And 2, leave a comment. We'll pick it out. We'll send you something. We'll find you. What's your you want shorts? You want pants, or you want joggers? What's your favorite on course attire? Forget about the time of year. You can say, well, if it's winter, I want pants. Well, I mean, why don't you want joggers in the winter then? So don't forget about if it's your perfect day and you can wear the perfect outfit for you. Is it pants, shorts, or joggers?
Me personally, it's shorts. But I'm going to side with Tattersall, and I'll just wear whatever they give me.
That's probably not a bad plan. Probably not a bad. I don't believe that shit, Dan. I don't believe it for a second. I know secretly deep down inside, you're a joggers guy.
I'm a joggers guy.
I know you are. I know you are. I've seen you in them before. I know you're a joggers guy.
Absolutely. Joggers and hoodies.
We gotta get some birdies and bourbon joggers is what we gotta get.
Joggers. Yeah, that's a good one.
We'll get them all over. It'll be like the loudmouth pants. They'll just be the logo that's all plastered all over the things. Little logos all over it. That'd be a good look on you. You'd remind me of Ian Poulter if you did that.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. I need the Ferraris too.
You need to work on your accent though.
I do need to work on that. And I can't be Ian Poulter though, because I can't support the visor. I'll burn my head.
It's good. Another good point. You can get the visor with the hair.
Give me a mullet.
Yeah, you get the visor with the hair. I think that'd be great. Okay. Hey, I got something. Are you done with Fortinet? I'm done with Fortinet. The next time I do want to something on LIV though. The next time I want to hear about Napa is when I'm looking at my plane ticket and I'm on my way out there and going to drink some wine. That's the next time I want to hear about Napa.
Yeah.
Hold on. You want to talk? What do you want to talk about now?
So Bryson got wrapped up in a rope. Did you see it?
No, I did not see it.
You didn't see it? Okay. Well, filibuster for a second. I'll pull it up for you. You've got to see this because the visual is very important.
I will filibuster. And what I did say, by the way, if you're only listening to this, you can see this too. Go check out Birdies and Bourbon on YouTube. So what I did see while I was watching the LIV Tour is I saw Steve Harvey. Now, Steve Harvey, he says he's a golfer. Steve Harvey says that he's played in a pro-am before, and it may or may not have gone so well. But the lady, and I didn't catch her name, but the lady that was interviewing him asked, "Hey, what'd you learn today?" And he basically said, "Well, I've learned that I'm not nearly as good as these guys, as the pros out here, blah blah blah." And then he said, "You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to get these guys on Family Feud. I'd like to get the PGA Tour on one side and the LIV Tour on the other in a Family Feud match off." I think it could happen. I think it's great. Well, what is
I do
this?
too.
Is this like a wrestling?
I love the Family Feud thing. Yes.
Is this a wrestling thing? I mean, what is like what
It is WWE.
like, what is this? This is like Macho Man, coming through fighting Hogan, and he jams him in the eye with the rope, and here he goes down. That guy just lost his job. So that marshal that's right there. So you can see the caddy has it, but then right behind him, see the marshal right there? See him back there in the gray with the hat? And that's the guy that runs up to him and grabs him. See, here he comes right here. The guy with the badge.
He comes right there.
Oh yeah, here he comes. Here he comes. Watch him. He's like, oh, hey, wait. Oh, are you? It's like Jimmy the Mouth of the South coming up here. It's like, I just hit you in the back with a chair, and now I'm coming to see if you're okay. I mean, this shit is so scripted. I can't believe that. I can believe it, but it's like, what is he? Does he wear contacts?
I don't know.
I could see like that knocking like it's scraped up against his eyeball and it knocked a contact out or something. But I guess they're going to have to start wearing face masks. I'm not talking about the COVID kind, the R19 or whatever they're called. I'm talking like we're going to have to go football style, like what Tua's wearing out there throwing that rock around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a little played up to me. A little played up, scripted, if you will. What do we got? Oh, we got him from behind. A little behind shot. Caddy's checking on him. Oh,
rips the towel.
Rips the towel.
Mm-hmm.
What? Because he's mad. I mean,
I think he's in pain. Yeah.
It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. First off, but second off. Oh yeah, definitely got him there. He's like, oh, wait, hey, buddy, I didn't mean to drag that across you. You think he just told him to get the fuck back? He said, get the fuck away from me. Because the marshal kind of runs up to him, and then he runs off. And number two, I mean, you're a professional athlete. Like what? I mean, you're talking. He's a big workout guy. I mean, maybe he's gained all that weight, and he's not working on his flexibility.
Maybe not. I did make some phone calls on this earlier today. I did. I called the PGA hotline, and we got to Monahan's publicist. Okay.
What's the ruling?
Well, there's no ruling. I really wanted to know. I was following up on a Wall Street Journal article from last week talking about Jay Monahan's private PJ, his flights to Montana and Colorado. And I was following up on that today. And as I really wanted to clarify why there hasn't been an incident like this on the PGA Tour. And you know what they told me?
Maybe it wasn't in the budget. I don't know.
No, he's taking just because Jay Monahan was taking private flights to Montana.
No. They
don't play PGA Tour events there. So what was the purpose of doing that? Roping lessons.
They do say it's cowboy country out there.
Roping lessons.
Cowboy country. That's for sure. That's a good. That guy was definitely too big to beat. But you know what? I did tell you when I was at Eastlake a few weeks ago. I saw Jay standing kind of to the side of the driving range down there. And what was it? Right off of the 18 green, hospitality. And he was talking to a bigger guy. He was not small. And he was not he was a mature fellow, not old, but he was definitely mature. He looked a lot like that guy.
Oh.
I don't like the video was fuzzy. I don't know, but I'm just saying if you had if you had an outline of the guy, I could see like you could impose one over the other, and I could see them like looking pretty close to the same.
So okay, I got another call to action for the listeners. Is Cal said the video was fuzzy on Twitter. Okay. And I agree. It was very fuzzy on Twitter.
Well, you weren't taking the video. I'm not dogging you out.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Now, Cal, when did you see Jay Monahan in Atlanta?
I saw Jay Monahan the week of, it was
what time of the day was it?
Tour championship. It was later in the day. It was later in the day.
So the question is, was the video on Twitter fuzzier than Cal's vision at the FedEx Championship?
That's a very good question.
Which one was fuzzier?
Maybe that's the reason I can't make him out, is because I never saw him clearly to begin with. Now, I know it was Jake. I took a picture. I know it was Jay. It was for sure.
I know.
And he was out there in his I think he had his like black cap-toed Johnston and Murphy's on. He had his suit pants on, his blue suit. He had his white button down on, no tie. But then a little later, he was given an interview, presser, and then I'm like, oh well, I guess that's but it's like that's what you got to get away from. Yeah, I mean, I think that's where the PGA Tour's got to like go. That you got to get away from out here walking around a golf course in your cap-toe dress shoes. I mean, I appreciate it. And thanks for, keeping it old school. And it's like, well, you've just worn it for all these years. It's your uniform. But I don't know. Do you walk around the house in that shit? Probably not. So what you wear at your club? If it is, I don't know. I'd probably find another club. So I don't know. Wear t-shirts at mine.
Yeah.
Maybe no shoes. You never know. So yeah, I think it was fuzzy, and it could have been the guy that that Jay was talking to.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's been a lot of golf last weekend. A lot of golf. That's good. My Dolphins won again, by the way.
Your Dolphins did win. I should have doubled down on the Dolphins. Is what I should have done. I did not. But this weekend probably isn't the weekend to do it. Yeah,
no, not against the Bills.
I know it's good. Well, this is going to be the real test and the real challenge, right? So we'll see where that goes.
I'm not saying they can't win. It's just I wouldn't bet on it. Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Sipping on a little Broad Branch tonight. The Boykin single barrel release. I don't know which release this was. This is it's cast number 3. I don't know if this is this. I think this is this year's. I think it's this year. It's pretty tasty. I thought I'd go with the North Carolina whiskey tonight, just because. Why wouldn't I? I mean, the tournament's in North Carolina. Why wouldn't I go with something from North Carolina?
100%.
But what else didn't we? What else we got? We got anything else?
Well, from a sports side, I just would like to say, and then we posted this on the Twitter, on Twitter. Roger Federer retiring officially from tennis, and
one of your heroes. He overshadowed. Was it Venus or Serena? I don't know. At this point,
yeah, Serena. Yeah. So I mean, he did easily. He could have done it during the U.S. Open. Chose not to. Chose to do it. A couple of weeks afterwards, and very, very classy. And he probably one of the best ever. He is one of the best ever. Not necessarily the GOAT now, because I think Nadal's got it right now. But
Nadal does have it. Yeah. But classy is probably the right way to put it. And I think that's missing from a lot of sports today is class. And not like this show, real class act, if you know what I mean.
I just remember watching Federer, man, back in like his early 30s, late 20s. That dude he was unbeatable.
Not even in his prime, right? I mean, he was he was out there like DJ-esque. Like just winning, winning. All I do is win. It's one of those.
Some of that stuff was just sick, man. Yeah.
You just if you got it, you got it. Yeah. No. Hey, well deserved, and rightfully so. But to your point, classy for sure from the standpoint of doing it at the right time, right? And recognizing kind of where you are and what's coming next. I'm ready to talk about the President's Cup, Dan. You may not be, but I am.
Are the Chainsmokers going to be there?
I don't think they're going to be. Well, I don't know. What time are you getting there on Wednesday, Thursday? What time are you getting there? Because I'll say it's possible.
It's possible. Do you think like Norman's not allowed in? Like if he tried to get in?
Well, first off, I don't think they would. I mean, if he just went in like they wouldn't even know who he was.
Ooh.
They wouldn't. I mean, I think 80% of the people there, until they heard somebody else say, "That's Greg Norman," they wouldn't. I think 80% of the people wouldn't even realize. Well, and it depends on what time he goes in. To your point earlier, if he goes in at like after 1 p.m., well, let me rephrase that, because they don't tee off until 1 o'clock on Thursday.
Yeah.
So if he goes in at like, well, shit, at that point, I mean, you've been tailgating for hours. So, I mean, you can probably go in at like 110 and they will not until somebody reckon. No, but if he went in with a hat on or a t-shirt, I think it would take him like, I mean, if he was in the bathroom, it's going to take him like in a bathroom line or going into a hospitality tent and somebody getting out and then circulating it around. I mean, I think it would take quite a bit for somebody to recognize Greg Norman's walking in.
So if let's just play hypothetical real quick, just from a media perspective.
Hold on. Are you saying that he's barred? Is this like,
no,
ma'am?
I'm asking what would happen?
Is this like Ma'am's bar where you got to scan your ID and beep? Yeah, every time you go in, it's like, oh, they're like, oh, it's you again, sir. And it's like, but I promise this time it's going to be different.
So let's do a hypothetical, okay? Because LIV's all about like getting the exposure out there. What happens if Greg Norman goes to the President's Cup on, let's just say he goes like Saturday, because it's a double, right? Saturday, and he starts buying people beer.
Well, I think they could kick him out for unruly conduct.
For doing what?
But I mean, you could just say you're being unruly. You're distracting the players and you're, I mean, it is. Well, so let me tell you this, I had a pass and for the tour championship and any other pass, it says you're allowed in here at our discretion. It does not say it would look any sporting event ticket. It says you're buying the opportunity to come to the event. However, you are allowed in at our discretion. Now, I guess you could call that. This is not a legal show. So I guess he could call, I mean, it'd be I mean, they could just add it on to the lawsuit, but I'm sure there could be a settlement that comes out of this thing, but yeah, I think they could kick him out. I think they'd have they could have they probably wouldn't have a legitimate reason. I mean, people would have their cameras out and they'd be like, what's he doing wrong? And if he's handing everybody beer, it'd be like, he's buying us beer, man. I mean, we're having a good time here. He's spending money, man. What's wrong with you?
It's kind of as debatable as sending a plane of people to Martha's Vineyard.
It is. It's kind of like that. It's I mean, yeah. And then Greg said, see, I told you at my event, I'd be pouring these beers down your throat.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and remember, like at the Ryder Cup, like Xander and them, they were chugging them on the course. I mean, anyway, I was just
they were chugging Mick Ultras, so I don't even know if that shit counts.
I mean, all Greg has to say is he's supporting his future players because he's recruiting.
Oh, by the way, it is rumored that there's two more. There's one top 10 and another and a top 50 that are leaving after the President's Cup. And John Rahm publicly stated it is not him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Love Golf UK, I believe, who's reporting this.
Love Golf guessing
or Golf Lover UK. He didn't say. He didn't say. He just said it's a top 10.
Okay. Well, the top 50 is probably Adam Scott, right? Is he top 50? Probably,
right? He should be after he went to after he made it to East Lake. Yeah, I would think. But yeah, and Scott hadn't said anything. I don't know. Does he even have? I mean, I know he's got like a page, but I don't ever see him like. I don't ever see anything, and I think that it's him posting it, or it's something that he did. It's just it's a photo gallery.
Yeah,
a good photo gallery, but it's a photo gallery. But Rahm came out. Rahm on Twitter said, I don't know if it was Rahm, but it was the Rahm camp said it's not me. Like I'm not the guy. And what I said is, well, I've seen that movie before.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I mean, my dad keeps thinking it's going to be like Xander, or not Xander, but Cantlay, or both.
Well, I mean, if you get one, don't you get the other?
I think so. Yeah.
We're going to talk about that a lot on the President's Cup in a second. But
so can I do one more thing about this LIV versus the PGA? And I know people probably getting tired of it, but we like talking about it. It's fun for us. It's fun for us because LIV golf is kind of fun. There's a lot of good players there now. There's a lot of comparisons going on now.
I got this far to go.
LIV golf only got 600,000 views on YouTube. It's like, okay. And like, oh, well, on CBS, the PGA Tour has an average of 2 million views. Like, okay, well, CBS is a top 4 network, so it's going to be on in every airport. It's going to be on in every bar. I mean, across America, right? Across the US. It's going to be on all of those venues are going to have, sports venues are all going to have the golf tournament on, right? LIV Golf is not on that yet. And you can say, okay, well, LIV Golf only got 500,000 views for the final round of their tournament. Well, I went out there and looked. So do you know how much PGA Tour got for the highlights of round 4 of the Fortinet? 15 minutes of that.
86,000.
About 100,000.
Okay.
So, okay, it's not like they're killing it on YouTube either. Okay. If you have to go search for it, it's hard to find. They're not going to watch it.
Well, that's the thing you got to consider, like to your point, like if you're, I mean, and that's the other, what do you go to, like the Nielsen's report to figure out how many people like viewed your shit? If you're, let's think of a good one. If you're NetJets and you're thinking, hey, am I gonna, they've got a spot for one company, and it's going to be Wheels Up or NetJets. Like who do I go? And what's what's on CNBC all the time? It's like Buyjet or Bidjet or something.
Yeah.
But Shark Tank guys on anyway. That's how much I know. I mean, I don't even remember what the name of it is. But I think that the if you go to Nielsen's and you look at it, well, you got to justify right back to I'm going to call it the board, right? But whoever's approving the budget, you got to say, well, you had this many eyes on it. Well, was it me sitting at the bar talking to somebody else and I wasn't paying attention? Was it me sitting at the bar and I don't even play golf and I have no idea what you're talking about? And just because it was on, I mean, maybe I got a little flash of something that came across, versus that my point where I'm going is, if you go to YouTube, generally speaking, like I don't go to YouTube to scroll through YouTube. I don't know if anybody does. I think that people, it's like, oh, let me go to YouTube and let me scroll through here and see what I want to watch today. Generally speaking, I'm going to YouTube to watch something. Now, if I'm going to watch Birdies and Bourbon, something may pop up beside of that to say, hey, it may suggest something else for me to watch. But I already went there with the intent, versus if I'm at the airport or if I'm in a public setting, if I'm at a restaurant, and I didn't go there to watch the game, it just so happens to be on. I don't know how Nielsen count. I don't know if there's like is there, I mean, did they scratch a little bit of that? I mean, is there just say some of this is fluff and we'll shave off X percent? Or do they say, oh, well, there were definitely, I mean, do you think the airport really reported how many people were there? Probably not. So it's like, oh no, we can go ahead and add 10% to that.
Right. So the point being is, if 500 or 600,000 people watched the final of the LIV, that's a lot of people searching out a golf tournament. It's a lot of people, on YouTube. And if it was on CBS, it probably would have gotten more ratings than the Fortinet, I think.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the majority of the people had no idea who half of those players. I mean, who knows who Lauer is?
Right.
Who was in contention, right? He was in contention for most of the week. And who knows who, like, if you're not just like knee deep into golf, you don't fucking know who Lauer is. You don't know. Nobody can name anybody that came up from the Korn Ferry Tour this year. That you've got spots that, like as Max Homa said, if those folks didn't go to LIV, they wouldn't be here. Yep. So there's a lot of names, which I think is going to be cool, because we're going to get to see a lot of people that we wouldn't have otherwise got to see. But
if all goes right, we're going towards an AFC kind of thing versus, NFC is going towards a National League versus American League. We're going towards PGA Tour versus LIV, and they can kind of work together. And then, like, you can wear shorts at LIV, like you have the DH in the National League or whatever it was. I think they kind of made some changes and everything there. But you know what I'm saying, right? So there's some different variances. Yeah.
So I haven't heard this, but maybe think about this one. Think about what a draw the World Cup is. That happens every 2 years. Is it 2 or 4? I don't know. I think it's 2. Could be 4.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever the World Cup is, soccer, football. In case you don't live in the U.S. I'm with you. I think it's more that kind of venture that they're going towards is, how do we turn this into a World Cup, and how do we make this is going to be blasphemy for sure, but I think it might be, how do you make something more important than the Masters? I mean, I'm sorry, the majors. And first, I don't know that you can. In the US, you cannot make anything more important than the majors. I don't think. I wouldn't think that that's. I mean, it may be, but that's going to be years down the road when if you listen to the environmentalists, there won't even be golf courses left. So it'll just be disc golf. Virtual disc golf is all that's going to be left. So I think that I could see this getting to a kind of a World Cup kind of scenario where it's like this week at the President's Cup. It's like, well, what's different about the President's Cup and the Ryder Cup? Well, you've got it's US is the constant, Team USA. And this week, you're going to have Team World outside of Team Euro, because the Ryder Cup is only Team Euro and the USA. So does that, or is this going to start to build into, hey, how do we develop another Ryder Cup? Because the Ryder Cup is successful. It does really well. If there's something else out there, I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe it exists. If it doesn't, that's kind of dumb that nobody's done it thus far. But why aren't they playing like Team Euro against Team Asia? Like I know it's we have the Olympics are in golf now, but I don't know where that exists. That environment or that competition level of competition. It's always everybody against the US. It's it's somebody else against, another country, continent, geo against another. It's always the US is involved. So I think that's probably where I kind of see, and that's why I'm framing it up more as a World Cup kind of play. I think that's probably where this thing goes.
Yep. I agree with you there. Yep. All right. President's Cup.
We're taking a break. Gonna get a refill. I think I'm gonna go to Frank's Reserve next. We'll be right back. We're back, and we are refilled.
Oh, you really did get a refill.
I mean, I'm just saying. President's Cup, Dan. Are you excited about the President's Cup?
Yeah.
I'm probably more excited about the President's Cup than I was the Fortinet.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure. The field's definitely better. And we're playing. This is in your backyard. How many days are you going to be there this week? How many days are you going to be there?
We'll just see. Whatever day Greg's going to be there, I'll be there. So.
Oh, that's because he's buying beers.
That's right.
I like the way this is going. Okay, so here couple things to note. So they're playing in Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they moved the Wells Fargo Championship to they moved it up to Boston, right? Or just outside of Boston. Maybe it was Worcester. $1.25. Welcome to Worcester. Just outside of Boston.
It was somewhere up there. I think it might have been Maryland, but yeah, somewhere up there.
Could have been. All right. Scratch. Delete that and scratch. We're not
deleting it. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Perfect. It was my Adam Sandler impression, by the way. So they moved it because they're playing the President's Cup at Quail Hollow this year. Next week, as a matter of fact, starts on Thursday. It's going to end
TPC
on
Potomac.
Sunday. Potomac. Oh yeah. Oh, you were just there sailing. I mean, how did you not know? How did you not just you should have dropped in for a quick bucket.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's what I think is going to be most unique about Quail Hollow, which we see regularly on the PGA Tour, which is the Wells Fargo Championship. It's going to play long this week, so they're stretching this baby out. It's a long course anyway, but they're stretching this out to 7,571 yards to the tips. And the other piece of this is they've moved the holes around. So if you've seen the Wells Fargo, if you've been to Quail Hollow and you played it, they're going to play this a little different. And they're playing a little different in the Green Mile, 16, 17, and 18, which it's hit it long. hit it long, and you better hit a fairway because the greens are going to be long and lush. Not like me.
Right.
But they're moving 16, 17, and 18 are now going to play as 13, 14, and 15. Now, why are they doing this? They're doing it because there is no chance, zero chance. If this was a bet, I'd take it. I don't care what it was. I would take this bet. There's no chance that every match, there's 30 matches. There's no chance that every match is going to play all 18 holes. It ain't going to happen. So they're putting the teeth of the course, if you will. They're putting it into play at 13, 14, and 15 so we get down that stretch. I think that I don't think we're going to have any sweeps here. I think that we're probably going to get to see at least 13, at least 14, which is 16 and 17 in every match. I would take that bet also, that we at least see 13, and I'd hedge and double down and say we're going to see 14 also in every match. That's where I'm going with that. The second thing that you need to pay attention to is on DraftKings. I would not, even though we may do it tonight, just for shits and giggles. What did they say? Bomb and giggles, what we're going to do. Don't put it. You can put a lineup in, but don't forget about it. Wait and see who's pairing, what the pairings are on Wednesday. Wednesday, there's going to be a presser, and they're gonna lay it out. They're going to tell us. They're going to tell us who's playing Thursday, and I don't think that they don't release. Yeah. So this is going to work like the Ryder Cup. They're not going to release who is playing on every day, but we're going to get a Thursday release, and then you'll have a Friday release, and then you'll have a Saturday release, and then you'll have the following day. So, but the key to this is in DraftKings, you're going to have, it's essentially a showdown. So you're going to have a captain's pick. There's no choice. You get a captain's pick, and then you got 5 other players. And for the captain's pick, you're going to pay the salary and a half. So what's Scheffler? He's like $10,000. You're going to pay $15,000 for Scheffler, who I think Cantlay and Xander, they're around the $10,000 mark. So you're going to pay 10, whatever for them. Or I'm sorry, 15-ish for them, right? So it's a salary and a half for the captain, and then you're going to go to the regular price for the rest of the players. So we're going to do it, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't forget about anything that you set up, because I think it could be squirrely. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. Here's why this is kind of interesting or unique. So Friday, they're going to play foursomes. There's going to be 5 groups that go out. Not everybody is going to play every match. So you're missing, what are you missing? 4 people you're missing 2 from each team on Friday are not going to play. And you're playing foursomes. Foursomes is alternate shot. So Dan tees off. I hit the next shot. Dan hits the next shot. I hit the next shot. Dan hits the next shot until we hole out. Whatever that score is between the 2 of us, that's what gets recorded. Friday, it's going to be 4-ball. 4-ball is best score. So Dan and I are going to play our own ball, and whatever the best score is, that's who's going to win that hole, or that's the score we're going to record. So I shoot a 6, Dan shoots an 8. We're taking the 6, even though we don't want to take the 6. And that's Team US. If Team Euro, somebody shoots a 4 and somebody shoots a 5, they're taking the 4 and they win the hole. And then points are going to be awarded on DraftKings by holes won. And there's some, go look at it. Be sure you don't need to click on the contest. It's going to be a little tough to kind of judge and see how this goes, but it's essentially a, who do you think is going to win the most holes? And by the way, for Thursday, for every day, if it's a team event, it's the only day that's not a team event is going to be Sunday. Because on Saturday, you got two matches. It's foursomes, so that's alt shot in the morning, and 4-ball, which is best ball. Both people play. You take the best score in the afternoon, and then everybody's going to get a chance to play on Sunday. So I hope that made that confusing. It's always confusing to me, no matter what kind of cup it is. It's just it's hard to get. It's hard for me to get my hands around, Dan. But I got my hands around it. Bets to me aren't worth like just straight up betting. The money is no good for me on, I mean, if you haven't bet already, unless you just want to go and throw something at it and you hope and poke that the international team is going to win. But I don't know. To me, that doesn't seem like a good, I shouldn't say it. It's not where I'm going to put any, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. At 20, you get a 20 spot on it, just for shits and giggles in case Max Homa is too hungover to celebrate. So Dan, here's what I think we ought to do. We can go through something at the end of the round if we want to, but before we do this, I just want to say, so here's the folks on both teams that, well, let me say it like this. For the Team US that have never played, this is their first Ryder Cup. Sam Burns, Max Homa, Billy Horschel, Morikawa, Scottie Scheffler, and Cam Young. Not to say that they haven't played team events before. And yeah,
not Scheffler.
It's his first President's Cup.
I thought you said Ryder Cup.
Oh shit, no. What I may have, but what I meant was that, see, that's why there's two. If there was one, then I'd be running on with this. President's Cup.
Okay.
Sam Burns, Max Homa, Billy Horschel, Morikawa, Scottie Scheffler, Cam Young.
Okay.
Are you saying Cam Young has played the President's Cup before?
No,
he's not. He's a rookie. He's not. There's no chance he's played. There's no chance.
Maybe on EA Sports he has.
I'm gonna need to see your. Anyway. Hold on. Rookies playing for Team International: Pendrith, Christian Mazadenhout, Cam Davis, not to be confused with Cam Young, KH Lee, and Seabass. Tom Kim. I mean, I got so many people I missed on here.
There's a lot. Yeah.
I mean, I missed a lot of people on here. The point is, there's a lot of experience out there. The person with the most experience is showing up is going to be Adam Scott. I think he's played on 10 President's Cups.
Yeah.
For Team International. Team USA, I think it's Jordan Spieth at three events, and I think it's second is going to be his partner. More than likely, we don't know this. We don't have insider information, but more than likely, it's JT that's been to 2.
Yep.
So yeah. So Dan, what I think we should do is I think we should head to Fantasy National.
Yep.
And I think we ought to so we ought to talk about a few things. So first off is, who do we think out of the 30 players, who do you think's going to play? Give me like three names
that are going to
that you think are going to play all 5 matches. Right.
Okay.
Well, let me let's start with 3.
All right.
3 on
Scheffler,
each, 3 US and international.
All right. Scheffler, Schauffele, and JT. And then Hideki, Sungjae, and Corey Connors.
Okay. That's a good start. So now let's take these in parallel. Start with the easy. Let's start US and start easy. So let's
Who
go
would I
from,
pair with these guys?
well, let's go from the bottom up. Who's JT going to be playing with on Thursday?
Spieth.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. And well, so I say absolutely. I mean, we don't know this, but think about this. These are the 2 most seasoned, experienced President's Cup players. I mean, do you think, hey, maybe we're gonna put JT with Billy Horschel? You get and
maybe
let's
on Friday, but I don't think it's
let's
gonna be on Thursday. I think Thursday.
I,
But yep.
yeah, I don't think it is either. All right, so who do you think X-Man's going to be playing with?
Can't his brother.
So do I. And who do you think? So what about Scheffler? Scheffler's the wild card here for me.
Homa.
No, I don't think so.
Homa loves this golf course. Scheffler is one of the hottest guys out there. I think they put them together.
Oh, I don't think.
Why
so.
don't you think so? Okay, who do you think so? Who do you think they're going to put him with? You think they put Scheffler with Sam Burns?
No. Sam Burns is going to be paired with Billy Horschel because they won the
okay.
match play in Louisiana. So they won that a year or two ago. So I think it's going to be Homa and Sam Burns.
Okay.
I think Scheffler. I think you could go. That's maybe Morikawa.
Okay.
I could see that. And you got to think it's all shot. So I think you could go Morikawa here. You could also go Tony Finau. But by the way, who just shot a 58 at a 8,100 yard course, I think over the weekend in Utah. Now elevation's a little different out there. So 8,100 yards in Utah looks a little bit different than 8,100 yards and then 7,500 yards even in North Carolina. But I think it wouldn't surprise me to see Finau and Scheffler roll out. And I can see this going a couple ways. I think Scheffler plays all 5 days.
Yep.
He's also the most expensive player out here.
Yep.
I think that Tony Finau at $8,200, I think that if he gets paired with Scheffler and he wins and they win their match on Thursday, which is alt shot, I think you could easily see Tony Finau playing all 5 matches. Now, I think you could also easily see, don't forget, Tony just won back-to-back events in July. I think you could easily see Tony being like, hey, you know what? Let's don't feel like you need to put me in.
Okay.
But I think that there's enough experience that's going to be around there from a vice captain standpoint that if Scheffler and Finau if they go out, then I think that could be a thing. I could also see Cam Young being the guy that gets paired with Scottie Scheffler.
Okay.
But I would agree. I think Scheffler's playing 5. I think Xander's playing 5. I think I'm probably going to go Jordan over JT's playing 5. But again, it's team. So I think that I don't think they're going to split those guys up. And I think we're good. So who do you think on the international side? So you said Hideki. Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, Hideki, I think, plays with Adam Scott. You have to keep the shades guys together.
Look at that. All right. What about Sungjae?
Sungjae plays with Tom Kim.
Okay. And then did you say Cam Davis or Corey Connors?
Corey Connors.
Right.
Connors.
Who you got Corey with?
I don't know. Who do you think?
Isn't Connors Canadian?
Yeah.
I think it's Connors and Pendrith.
Okay.
I think he's pairing up the old Maple Leafs and letting them roll out.
There's some pretty good pairings, actually.
So here's the thing. It's like everybody's talking how it's just going to be a straight up sweep for US. At least Vegas says it is. And so you've got Scheffler and Finau against Hideki and Scott. Now, if it was the beginning,
I can't see it. The futures say so. Like the USA is minus 750, and the internationals are plus 700. That's what the odds are on this thing. Yeah.
I mean, I said earlier I might throw like a couple units on it. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to say that they're going to win, but like, I don't know. I mean, if you got some, drinking money, And I always do. I mean, I could easily go and throw a little something down over there just because. I mean, like Tom Kim's going to be the wild card here, right? I mean, who knows what's he played in 5 PGA events? Like, who knows what that guy's going to friggin' do? And I don't know. There's definitely going to be a bet out there for the rookie that scores the most points. Why not throw a little something on Tom Kim for the rookie that scores one? Likewise, would you want to back it up and put a little something on Cam Young too? I mean, I guess it all depends on what the scratch is, but those are some takes for me that are definitely in. So I like Hideki Scott. Here's the thing. I don't think Hideki plays all 5 matches. So Hideki probably doesn't make a lineup for me. And the reason I say that is, one, I think he's going to live, and 2, he can't stay healthy for 4 rounds. Or he can't keep shit off the face of his club. So Hideki for me is a scratch on a 5-rounder. And I'm talking just DFS straight up. So I think they're going to have to rest Hideki. That's a given. Adam Scott, he played a lot of golf that he's not used to playing. Now, he didn't play a whole lot this year, and he never does. But in the past,
he's been hot, man.
But in the past 5 weeks, he's played a lot of golf. So I don't know. Now, he's had a few weeks off. I think he's got the length here. The rough, I think is going to be mowed down a little bit. I'm sure they're going to let it grow up as the week progresses, but Thursday, I think we're in good shape. So, I don't know about Scott. I don't know if Scott plays all 5. In my opinion, I don't know that Scott. I like that as a Thursday pairing. Actually, Now that I'm thinking about it, I think he might go I think he's going to go all rookies on Thursday. I think
it's not a bad angle. It's not a bad angle.
Just throw him to the wolves, man. I mean, you're going to be amped up. You're going to need the length. I mean, think about a Cam Davis. Now, what if you throw Adam Scott and Cam Davis together and you put a little Aussie connection together? I could see that being a thing. And I could see Cam Davis playing all 5 outings. Now, I think some of that's going to be, does he, how does he fare? But yeah. Okay. Who are you out on? Are you, who don't you think is going to play all 5 matches? Give me 3 of those. Kisner. Even though I just gave you a few. Kisner, yeah, for sure.
Mito, Sebastian. I mean, so do you want American and
yeah. Give me 3 Americans and give me
okay, sorry. Okay. Well, Kisner's one for sure.
I like Kisner. I like Kiz.
Yeah. Probably Taylor, right?
Who? I don't see it.
No.
What are you talking about?
No.
What are you talking about? We're not talking about LIV, Dan. We're talking about the President's Cup. Rein it in.
Well, Horschel and Kiz. And you picked them.
Yeah. It's probably going to be Cam Young if I'm rolling the stones out there. I think Cam Young is probably he may not make it all five outings. Since I'm already here, well, you already said you think Sebastian Munoz, you think he won't play all 5. You think Bez won't play all 5. I don't either. You say Mito. I think it's Siwoo. I think it'll be Siwoo that don't play all 5. So that's those are my fades for the misses there.
Well, I think that did we put Pendrith and Connors together? I think that's
I think that's a Thursday pairing for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I think without a doubt, I think they're going, and that's why I say I think it may go Scott, Cam Davis, Corey Connors, and Pendrith, and who else do I think? It's going to be Sungjae and Tom Kim. I think that's the way. It could be Sungjae. Yeah, I think they rest Hideki. Well, I don't know. You think about it though. I mean, if Hideki needs to rest, but no, I think they rest Hideki on Thursday. I don't think they roll him out until 4-ball on Friday.
Okay. Interesting.
Or
Cool.
four sums. No, yeah, 4-ball on Friday. 4-ball. Who do you like for captains? Or I don't know if we would. Yeah, we probably ought to get into this, right?
Captain's probably going to be Scottie Scheffler.
You're gonna roll Scheffler out as your captain?
Why wouldn't you?
In DraftKings? Because you're gonna have to pay $15,000 for him. I'm not doing that. I'm not going down that road. I mean, why?
It said, hey, it said no refunds. No refunds.
Yeah, no refunds. I mean, it's when they said
you pick the captain, you pick the damn captain.
when they said free refills, what they meant was you don't get any extra ice with that shit.
Gotcha.
So here's the thing: so you're gonna have to pay almost $16,000 for Scheffler's, $15,900. I mean, I think you got to go way down.
Okay, so you think you're gonna go? You're probably gonna go like Sam Burns or a Finau?
So for Sam Burns, you're going to pay 13.2 I mean, totally. I think you could go, well, but the only thing that scares me about Finau is I don't know if he's going to play all 5 matches, because I think he's going to be like, it's okay. I don't need
projected to play. Ownership 50%.
15?
50.
Oh, 50 for Finau. Okay. What's Morikawa's projected?
20.
Yeah.
So you're going to have high. There's only so many players, right? So you're going to have a high projected ownership, right?
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, I could see. Ooh, you know what? Here's. So I mean, this may be crazy. Call me crazy, but I mean, I could see Tom Kim playing all 5 matches.
Sure.
And you could get Tom Kim at $8,400. So probably where I'm heading with this thing is I think I'm going to pick a team international guy that I think is going to play all 5 matches. And then I'm going to pay regular price for everybody else. I mean, I'm going to buy down for the captain. Tom Kim, he can score. So I think it's a play. I mean, like, Siwoo Kim, Seabez, I don't think they're going to play all 5 matches. Cam Davis, possibility. I mean, I think he got picked because of, this is going to be just bomb and gouge all day.
So you think we're going to pick Tom Kim as our captain?
I think so. I think at $8,400, I mean, that's like, I think that's a steal.
Who else we want?
And now that puts everything in a whole different dynamic. And I think so now if you wanted to get Scottie Scheffler, you could at 10,600. But I think before I do that,
we're going to go there. Yeah.
I don't either. I think you got to go. I think probably going Finau.
Okay, let's go Finau. We're doing a lineup, by the way. So
I know I'm working on it. Okay, so the next is, I mean, do we go experience? And depending on who's playing, so let's look at who's hot. So we're at our friends at Fantasy National. I'm looking at the last 24 rounds. I don't know why, just because off the tee is going to be the most important. Oh, we got to go Cam Young. Cam Young ranks out number 1 off the tee. And for first outing, $6,600. Are you kidding me? I mean, when have you had a chance when did you know who Cam Young was and you paid $6,600 for him? Okay. So after that, let's see who looks good. I know, right? Tony Finau. Look, Tony Finau is so good. Strokes gained total 1. Tee to green 2, ball striking 2, short game 2, off the tee 7, approach 2, putting 4. It like holy shit. I mean, that guy's a machine. All right, so we got $8,900 left for our last 3. Which I don't think is going to be a problem.
No.
So I think we're going to see a lot of Sam Burns, and I think the first pairing that we're going to see Sam Burns in, I think he's going to be paired with Billy Horschel. I think if that's the case, I think Billy Horschel is going to play. I think he could potentially play all 5 rounds, and I think with some of the noise that's coming out, I think that, and at $5,800, and it's match play, I think Billy Horschel is, I think that's a way to go.
Okay.
Because that just bumped us up to $10,500. And that gets us, that gets us the 2 darlings, and we've left some money on the table. And it wouldn't surprise
Scottie?
me. I think yeah. Well, I don't think we'll see them paired together. And you saw how starstruck Homa got playing with Tiger, this being his first President's Cup and everything that's going on. I mean, good Lord, do you think he'll be able to? Good Lord. Yeah. I think, again, I wouldn't submit that just yet. I'd wait and see exactly who play. I'll tell you this: whoever plays on Thursday will be a subset of what's going to be in my lineup. Without a doubt, because if you played on Thursday, there's a chance you're going to make it all 5 events or all 5 matches. So that's probably where I'm going there. I don't know.
Yep. Good stuff. Who's your breakout star? Tom Kim?
I mean, hadn't he already broken out?
I'm just saying, you know how Scottie Scheffler was a breakout star at the Ryder Cup, right? So
no, I'm definitely putting money on. I'm gonna put money on Cam Young and Tom Kim in the international rookie and the U.S. rookie that scores the most points. For sure. Yeah, that's that I think that could be a thing. I mean, those guys have both been on fire. I don't know how you could argue with that. So yeah, I mean, there's an argument for everything, but
what's the chances that Trevor picks up a club?
I guess whenever Hideki withdraws. Whenever Siwoo breaks his putter and he's got to go get him a new one. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's lots of them. All I can think of is international players, though. I can't really. I mean, when Billy Horschel eats his 3-wood, I don't know.
I actually think this is going to be closer than what the odds are been given. I think it's going to be closer.
I absolutely think it's going to be closer. Yeah, I don't.
And you and I were talking earlier in the year. You know, I'm glad we didn't bet early because of LIV, right? Because we didn't know who was going to be defecting. But in April, when we started talking about this, we thought that the international team was actually going to clean house when they had all those other players. I mean, they had a stacked team.
Yeah, I'll be on the lookout for some matchups, though. I mean, I think that could be a good place to kind of throw some money down. I didn't see anything out yet as far as I mean, they've got some team stuff down, but we don't know yet. So I guess Wednesday night, be on the lookout. And I think, like, if you wind up with Xander Cantlay against Adam Scott and Cam Davis, like I'm taking. I mean, that's I probably won't bet that because I don't think the odds will be. I may actually just go contrarian on that one and take the under because you know the numbers probably are going to be good.
Now I did hear that Rory I think it was at the Tour Championship was talking to Trevor or maybe Mark and said, hey, you know, if you can squeeze me in, I'd love to play for your brother. I guess I was talking to Mark. So I'd love to play for your brother because I love Quail Hollow. So if we see Roy McIlroy and some guy like a mullet or whatever, just be very careful. Be very careful if they sneak in a Roy McIlroy.
Do you know who the breakout could be in this one? It could be Sungjae.
Could be.
I mean, I think Sungjae's going to get a major next year.
Ooh, that's a good prediction.
I think he's going to get a major.
We need to do some predictions. We need to do predictions coming up here pretty soon. So get some predictions ready. That's a good one. I like that one.
We'll do them on a recap. We'll recap those. I also predict Billy Horschel is not going to win a major next year.
Ooh.
Max Homa, no major for him.
Ooh. I need to write. I'm gonna write some of these down.
Write these down.
This is too good. This is too good.
Is this being recorded?
Is this on?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think, don't sleep on JT here. He can get around Quail Hollow just fine. Kisner, oddly enough, I mean, he'll be able to get around, and maybe this could actually be, I don't know. I think we see Kisner probably on Saturday in the foursomes match. I don't know if we see him. We'll probably see him Friday. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where he plays, where Kiz gets played at. From the length of the course in total. But you put him with a fee now, and if the holes work out right, I mean, it could fare in his way. He'll put him with who else? Who's shitty off the tee? Let's see who's shitty off. Let's see who doesn't look good. Kevin Kisner doesn't look good off the tee. He's ranked 23rd out of the field the last 24 hours.
I heard he wore the wrong belt and hat today too to practice.
Yeah. That's what happens when that chew gets in your eyes. Let's see. So if I go back, let's look at 50. Let's see if he's still fall. Oh, yeah, still okay. There's no way. Is that the truth? Yeah, still Kevin Kisner down at the bottom of the. So Kevin Kisner, Sam Burns. There you go. There you have it. I guess I'm excited for this. It's should be good. I don't know. I may see you in North Carolina. You never know. I do know how to get there. Been there before.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I took a picture and everything.
Everything. Yep.
I mean, I'll say go Team USA.
Go Team USA.
And I don't know what else.
I think that's it. We had a ton of stuff happen this last weekend with the sports and everything. It's going to be fun. The President's Cup's going to be fun. I hope it's going to be close, be entertaining. I don't want it to be a blowout.
No, I don't either. So if it is, I think it's bad for golf if it's a blowout.
Yeah.
And you can definitely rig this. You can definitely rig it.
Okay. I don't want to end on a downer, but I'm going to do it anyway.
No, end on a downer.
Yeah. How quickly
drinking.
after this thing's over, how quickly do we see the next LIV player deflect?
No, next week. We'll see
Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see.
Does anything happen Sunday night?
Nah, I don't think so. It could, but I don't think so. I think we see it on Monday.
Okay.
And so this is going to be OWGR rankings. And by the way, Cam Smith is still listed as third, just so you know. And I'm looking.
He's going to be there for a while.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. Okay, so
especially when Tattersall's predictions correct and he wins the Masters next year, he's going to be way up there still.
So you got here's the top 10: Scheffler, McIlroy, Cam Smith, Cantlay, X-Man, Rahm, JT, Willie Z, Colin Morikawa, and Matt Fitz. Who in the top 10 that was reported? Who do you think it is? John Rahm, by the way, tweeted. Rahm tweeted. He ain't going.
Yeah, I think it's Cantlay.
I think it's going to be Willie Z.
That would be sting. That would sting. That would really sting.
I think it's going to be Willie Z. That's it. If indeed. And then I'm not going to read through the top 50. But I think they probably called it top 50 for a reason.
You bring up a good point though with Willie Z, and that is, well, the same thing with Cantlay too. But Cantlay, had some issues, right? So who knows how long the back holds up with Cantlay, right? Same thing with Willie Z, having some issues. He doesn't know what his future is like on the PGA Tour. If it's worse than we think it is, and it's going to be an irritating thing, and like to Tattersall's point, it's not going to be easy to heal. Which I'm not sure if John said exactly that, but if it's in the back of Willie Z's head and he can take $300 million now, would you? I might.
Yeah, I think it's good. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I would for sure. See ya. Good to see you, and good to know you. I'm out of here.
Like my health issues may prevent me from being on the PGA Tour for a very long time. So I'm going to take the money now.
Yeah. I think, I mean, listen, Anthony Kim wishes the LIV Tour would have been a thing. he wouldn't have had to have filed that, the insurance claim and, cash out. And now, like, can't play golf again. I mean, he would love for the, I mean, this is an insurance. I mean, I guess it's, if you think about it, it's probably like an annuity, right? I mean, you're buying and then you're paying back into it. And, and I think the team owners, right? I mean, who are they? DJ and, whoever the hell,
Bryson.
Kevin, Bryson, right? The people that own the teams, I think they're paying back into this like an annuity. And that's why they're going. By the way, I think the next person to defect, can I give you two? They're from the same place. I think it's either going to be Hatton or Fairway Jesus. I think it's
too.
And they're ranked currently 27 and 28th. I think it's going to be one of those two guys. I mean, if
think about the money. Think about the money Matt Wolf could have got if he would have done it in year one after finishing second at the U.S. Open.
Wait, it wasn't a thing. Couldn't do it.
No, I'm just saying if it was around.
No,
he could have gotten like $150 million, and his last 12 months have been horrendous on the. And I know he's over there now, but he probably signed for nothing.
Real money. It could be the other one. This is the third one. I'll stop after this one, maybe. The other one is Fitzpatrick. I mean, he's got a major. He's got a major.
I don't know. To me, he's in that Billy Ho camp, that Rory camp. They just love the PGA Tour, for the history and legacy and stuff. But it could be. I kind of get the vibe that no, and I kind of think Rahm, same thing. No, I think Cantlay, Xander, Willie Z could, because of the back issues, and if he's got concerns about being healthy for a long time, I would take the money.
What about Tom Kim?
Even though his dad's Bruce, I've heard his dad's Bruce Wayne, and they're bloated. So.
Exactly. What if Tom Kim that just came in, like a fart in the wind, like, whew, here I am, and now I'm gone. And
they're signing kids out of college now.
I know.
Like before they even finish, it's getting aggressive out there. And I heard they're probably have to change the name next year from LIV Golf Invitational to just LIV Golf, because invitational implies
nobody gets invited.
No, it's because you can't qualify, which hurts OWGR kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, it's do you think we'll see? You think what's the chance that LIV players get to play in all four majors next year? Over under.
I'm taking the over. I think they're going to play.
Yeah.
I think it's bad for golf if they take them out.
Oh, are you kidding me? I mean,
it's bad for golf if they don't play.
Yeah, you're going to have a field of who's that, and trying to inject. It's like a soap opera, right? It's like you don't just kill off Victor and introduce the new guy. It's like the new guy is always lurking in the background, and then you kill off Victor, and then you tell the name of the new guy. It's not just like Victor's not here anymore. Here's the new guy. Like, right. You gotta warm up to him. I mean, you gotta have a reason to want to follow the people. So yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I'm out of booze. I gotta go refill, Dan.
All right. Cheers.
Till next time.